of olden time. I gift unto you this ancient map. If you are cunning, courageous, and true, it may actually lead you to the lost treasure of Pet Versus.
And there it was, the trailer for Knights and Bikes from Foam Sword. Thank you, Rex, for showing off your game. I appreciate it. We got the lightning round coming up next because we got 7 minutes-ish until the PC show, so we're going to go right to the next game. It's called Kids, and you might know the dev of this by Plug and Play was the original, was the first foray that I have seen. And here is the new Adventure Kids.
Yeah, so we got a lot of different games to show, and they're kind of all over the spectrum, but you'll see this one is totally different than the last two. Yeah, Plug and Play was their last game, and it actually did really well on Twitch. It was a fun game to watch, because it is kind of like a short-form game that is you know, kind of like a series of interactive vignettes. It's from people who have kind of a background in interactive short film, and so they're kind of trying to take that into the game world now. So if you've played Plug and Play, you can expect something similar. It has a very kind of striking visual style. And this one, I guess, where Plug and Play was kind of about sex and sexuality, this one is kind of approaching topics of life and death and a lot of the space in between. So just how it kind of crowds interact and interact with each other and make decisions and form. So yeah, it's called Kids, and it kind of speaks for itself. I kind of like to let it just play.
I was trying to explain Plug and Play last night, and it was a tough thing to do because it's an experience in and of itself.
But every time you explained it, the group of people around you grew larger and larger. They're like, wait, what are we talking about? I'm into it.
Sure.
Yeah.
So yeah, you'll see in this.
Michael, is it Frey or Fry?
Michael Fry. So
Michael
yeah,
Fry,
it's a two-person team. Michael Fry and Mario van Rickenbach. They're based in Switzerland. And yeah, you'll see it's just kind of this series of vignettes of people deciding where to go and what to do and arguing with each other and fighting and ultimately always ending up falling in the giant hole.
Oh, yeah.
How much of this interaction is you? Like, what are you selecting and what are you just progressing?
Yeah, so it's kind of like a playful toy. Like all this dialogue stuff I'm, you know, selecting and interacting with. Then beyond that, it's kind of, every vignette's a little bit different. And it's very tactile. It's for mobile and PC. So on mobile, it feels really nice to kind of just push and pull people around. And it starts like this, you know, just kind of like people arguing over where to go, and like I said, always just kind of coming back here and ultimately dying no matter where they decide to go with their life. And that just kind of builds over time, and here I'll just real quick jump towards the end. Yeah, ultimately it's like a short form experience, 20, 30-minute long thing. It's very much kind of an art piece and an interactive kind of narrative short of series of toys. And ultimately it gets really large and crazy. And it's a lot of this kind of crowd control stuff.
Oh yeah, and I'm sure there are people in chat or people that have seen this game. And I think the most common reaction would be, WTF am I watching?
Sure.
I had that when I was playing Plug and Play. People were coming like, what am I watching?
Yeah, well, life is confusing. It's not super black and white as this game is, but yeah, it kind of just like forces you to look inwardly and think about life and how you live in it and what it all means, I guess.
And we're ready to go.
I think everyone could take something different out
Welcome,
of it.
guys.
Ultimately, it's just a fun thing to watch and play with for a little bit.
PC gaming show.
So pleasing to watch.
I'm expecting a lot of indie games to show today. Hey, what up, AJ?
It's called Kids, and is there a
it's coming
day we can get
soon.
it? Coming soon?
Yeah, hopefully this year. We're working on it, but it's.
Oh, that was Corey, aka Envari.
On our website, we'll be
Let me get some
info
here.
Excellent. And I didn't ask you about the release of Knights and Bikes. Is there a date yet? I'm glad you did. You can say like, it's coming.
We're getting there.
But there you go.
We're in
Perfect.
We're later stages now.
Good answer. I like it. All right, we got one last game to show you. We got like 3 minutes to show it, so we're gonna take a look at Ooblets.
Ooblets.
I can't wait for this game, guys.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yes. So we just brought some B-roll of this. It's a hard game to demo because it's a game that you kind of really want to spend a lot of time with. I think it's a game that you probably will be spending a lot of time with. It's just a world to go and live in and be a part of. And yeah, I think it takes inspiration from a lot of people's favorite games like Pokemon and Animal Crossing and Stardew Valley. So it's got kind of farming mechanics. It's really kind of a town sim. It's a world to live in and explore and people to talk to, but you're kind of, the things that people like to do in those games, decorating your house and customizing your character and ultimately just kind of having this nice, colorful place to live and come back to every day.
Hey, what happened? Oh, did you pass, AJ? Did you end up passing?
So we're actually showing kind of straight
There you go, posted it.
gameplay right here from the beginning. So you should
The
just
one with
arrive
people
in
falling
town
into the
and
hole. Oh, I don't know.
exploring.
This
It's
is
got a
some
full
random
day-night
indie
cycle,
games
so
here.
During the day, you can go to shops and buy new things for your house or new.
Hell yeah, AJ.
plants,
Congratulations,
things like
sir.
that. Talk to people all throughout town. They'll always have something different to say. And then at night, things will die down, and you can return home and garden, and your plants will grow up over time, and so you kind of have this
Weird
persistent
game.
world that you're living in.
Yeah, this looks
Well, I
odd.
have a lot of
This is a
conclusions
very
that I
weird
jumped to,
game.
like Pokemon and Harvest Moon. Is there anything that
What
I might
is
be
this
missing
life?
by jumping straight to those conclusions?
Well, I think it's just those are elements that they took from, but then it's its
Sure.
own thing. So it's kind of like it's hard, like I say, to talk about until you.
I just want some
start
really
with
awesome
all
indie games to be
touchstones,
announced here,
there's
so I can get
elements
some
of all those
so I can
games
get some
in them,
hype
but it kind
again.
of becomes
Again,
its own thing
Ubisoft's
once
conference
you're
was
all
really good, but
in a
the
good
games
way.
that they were announcing were not my cup of tea.
Is that
They had a
like
couple of good
mushroom
games, but
band
nothing
that's
like
That's one of our
like their
Ubisoft, so
lineup
we're
wasn't
starting
like
to
oh my
decide,
god like
which
Bethesda's
Ubisoft
was.
you're
So
in, and she's part of
We'll see
the
what
So like
happens.
game-wise, what do you think you would rate it?
And that's her starting
game
point.
wise, like a 7.
There are a dozen
Okay,
of
that's
Like a
still pretty
7.
good.
Yeah, I mean they got some stellar games, but just like more than half the games I wasn't interested in. But
Yeah.
conference
Find
itself
out the
was
type of
freaking
character she is. She's more of an
well
adventure
polished,
Ooblets
really,
player.
really good.
Is that the type of Ooblets that you keep with you, or do you have to define your player character?
Thanks for the
Dude,
host, guys.
This interview is awesome.
I think it's just
Yeah, right. The
kind of
interview
you wanna
gives you a lot of
put
insight
together
on
the
like
start.
what to
There's
expect.
Yeah.
So I
but there's
thought that was
also
cool.
kind of a
Oh, and what we're
cute
talking about, guys, we're
flowery
talking about
house.
the
There's kind of an emo
Fallout
house.
76
There's more like a
interview. Let me
tech-savvy
post it here in
house,
chat
too.
so you guys can see what I'm talking about.
When you pick that, you pick your starting statistics. They all have different kind of like bonuses, and they all have different starting ooblets. But ultimately, there's
you still
ooblets
do
all over the
everything?
world. Yeah.
Oh, did I?
Now, was it a
Dude, you
choice
can actually play
to
Skyrim on
make
Alexa.
like-
That's cool.
like,
Yeah,
she
yeah.
was
I
blowing
thought that
in the
was
wind
troll,
on
but
the
it was,
headless
I thought that was like
because
fake news for a second, but it's actually real.
a way to run, but it's definitely
Check out this
one of
Fallout 76 interview, guys, if you guys are interested in Fallout
It's
76.
like the full opposite Naruto. Like,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, everything's very charming in the game, and that all comes from Ben and Rebecca. So the two people who made this live in New Hampshire together, and are working on this in their house. And they have a mocap rib, so everything in the game is just like them mocapping the runs, or a lot of dancing in this game. There's a lot of dancing.
that's so
But yeah, we're
A lot
actually
of
about to,
dancing.
show a new trailer
Yeah,
off
Corey,
of
I don't know if you
this
saw the
game show
Ubisoft
right
presentation,
after
but like I
this,
said, they
so
had like a
Yeah,
band
yeah,
and
yeah,
a dance
that,
performance to
we'll be
open
talking
it
about
up.
the mechanics
And then they
there.
Yeah,
had
they really.
Yeah, then they had it like
Excellent.
like wind
Well, thank you very much
instruments
for showing
midway
off all
through,
the
and
games.
they just had a bunch of different like
You can
performances
see more
throughout,
Ooblets
and then
in
like
the PC
3
Gaming Show,
like
which is
celebrity
coming up
guest
here in,
appearances.
like,
Miyamoto
less
was
than
on
2
there.
minutes. So,
Damn.
Yeah,
really?
dude.
I
Yeah,
look
he
forward to
introduced
seeing it.
Star
Double
Fox
Fine,
for the
what's
Starlink
website we
game,
can look at?
exclusive
Hell
for
yeah.
the exclusive for the Switch. Like it was dope, dude. Like I said, it definitely presentation wise, 9 out of 10, dude.
Stuff too, so I'd say that.
I'll give him like a 9.5 out of 10. I think they beat
Well, thank you very
Microsoft.
much for being here and showing them off. We're gonna go right to the PC Gaming Show, so let's go.
Oh damn, your instructor sounds crazy, AJ. Oh, here we go, boys. Here we go. PC Game Show. I actually haven't watched this conference before. Last year, I think I skipped it. So this is the first time I've actually watched this conference.
I think I spend most of my time just playing indie games, so I'm pretty excited for this.
This one will be. This is your cup of tea, then, man.
Yeah,
this
for
is your
sure.
cup of tea.
Yeah, I just found out they have a horror VR, I guess.
A horror
called- it's-
VR.
Hide and survive or something like that. Yeah, it's all horror. And I don't know if people kill each other or like a monster picks off people, but you have to like try to survive and be the last man.
Oh, that sounds pretty cool. I think that's someone who was telling me about that before. Like you're not known that nobody knows that you're the monster either, or something like that.
Magic.
what
I'm not
is-
sure exactly.
Let me turn the
It
volume up.
says, don't just obey the rules.
There you go. There you go.
What?
Write them.
Dang,
It
old
says,
school.
don't just listen to
Diva.
the stories. Inhabit them.
What happened?
It
Oh,
says,
Diva, yeah,
don't just accept
like
the
Diva and
limits,
pixel art.
overclock
In,
beyond them. It says,
Yeah.
don't just play games. Revel in them. Unleash them. It says,
There's League of Legends.
Is every game
PUBG,
League of Legends
Fortnite.
2.
Is it just me? From mountaintops to dungeons,
New MMO, come
from
on.
deep waters to deeper space.
Dude, my dog is such an
From
attention
solo
whore. She
quests
wants
to
constant
mass
attention.
engagements, there is magic in PC
Sea of
gaming.
Thieves!
Let's celebrate that magic together.
Subnautica!
This is the PC.
Subnautica PvP.
Let's go, boys!
And now your host, Sean Plott.
Ooh, they got a stage. Yes, we gotta make sure.
Hello to everyone online. Hello to everyone at the Will Turn. Welcome
they
to
already
the
beat
PC
Squaresoft.
Gaming
Yeah.
Show!
Oh, Square Enix, yeah, they already beat Square Enix for sure.
Yes. My name's Day9. I'm your host today.
Day9.
I'm delighted to be here. We have a fantastic show for you this afternoon. First, all
He
you
didn't
came
need to
out
wear
the
a
Will
suit,
Turn,
though.
Thanks for joining us. The Will Turn is just a beautiful venue here in Los Angeles. To all of you online on Twitch, thanks for joining us. To those co-streaming partners, hey as well, I'm talking to you, Dropped Frames. Great to have you here. And
Calling
of
out drop
course,
frames.
to all the wonderful sponsors that help make the PC Gaming Show come back again for the 4th straight year. Now, good on you. Now, I'm not the only host here this year. I have my co-op partner up in the balcony. It's Frankie Ward joining us today. How's it going, Frankie?
Hey, Sean. I'm going to be up here in the balcony with a bunch of creative new PC games coming your way. From Warfare's latest update to some offbeat indie gems.
Ooh, there you go, Indie Gems right there, Corey.
We
Hell
are
yeah.
so excited for the show to get started. We have over 30 games we're going to be
Dang,
looking at
30, let's
across
go.
30,
The
good
dirty
lord.
30, let's get this show started.
Our very
Star
first
Citizen better
title
best make an
from
announcement. I know, right?
Coffee
Shoot.
Studios, their game has absolutely massive construction as well as automation. Let's take a look at Satisfactory.
Ooh. Game called Conveyor.
I'm liking the song already.
Oh, is this that one game?
No Man's Sky.
Man's-
Yeah, it's No Man's Sky, isn't it?
It looks like it. It straight up looks like No Man's Sky.
Remaster.
No Man's Lie. Straight up looks like No Man's Sky.
Grabbing everything.
I don't remember them doing this in No Man's Sky though.
So it'd be like Eden Star or something. Ooh.
Ooh, Factorio 2. Someone was saying Factorio 2.
Shelby's already interested.
Mm.
I can build things.
It's Rust 2.
It's Rust 2.
Rust 2. Yeah, it looks like Factorio 2. Like you're just running a factory. Loving these free flowing beats though.
That looks kind of fun. I like the planets and like the biomes and stuff.
I wouldn't play this game ever, but it looks cool.
Not a single player, but if it was multiplayer, probably.
Oh, was that a little dragon?
Little creature.
A little creature creech. Next time we do this, guys, we gotta figure out how we get all of our cameras going, though. I want to see all your faces. I want to get all your Satisfactory. I like the name, though. I like it.
Joining me on the stage to talk about it is the game director at Coffee Stain Studios.
Coffee
It's
Stain
Oscar
Studios.
Gilshayan.
They're going somewhere with these names, though. I like it.
Oscar, welcome to the stage. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you.
Now, Oscar, I just want to begin right away by asking, what is Satisfactory all about?
Satisfactory is
Look how
essentially
thick,
about
look how many note cards he
uniform
has.
manufacturers. So you play as an engineer that's been sent from Earth to this alien planet, And you're going to build this enormous machine. It was hinted at the end of the trailer there.
Yeah, yeah.
And to build that, you need a whole ton of parts, which you need to build machines that will make them for you. So you'll start out pretty simple with a few machines, and then you'll just expand and expand and expand until you finally need to start cutting down trees and replace them with like more convenient concrete.
And you know, for people who haven't played this type of game, can you give me an example of what producing a more advanced resource might look like?
Right. After a while, you'll need to create something more advanced, like a computer, for example. And at that point, you'll have some copper stuff set up, your wires and cables. But to make plastic, you need to get some oil. So you need to go out and you need to find this oil, build some oil pumps and oil refineries, and set up a transport with self-driving vehicles between the outpost and your factory.
I mean, that looks kind of cool.
Scale, because there's a lot of games where you build a house or a small town. How much area are we talking about where all your factories will exist?
Oh, this factory will grow enormous. The main part, which will probably be the biggest, will start spreading more and more and more. Or in some cases, we'll have players just building these massive, tall buildings with factory floor upon factory floor. But including the resources that you need to gather from basically all around the map.
Yeah.
But
so
why?
Vehicles driving all over.
That's, I want to know the reason why I got to do all this.
First-person perspective, because these types of games typically are top-down. Why first-person?
We wanted it to feel like the player is the one building the stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
And when you've built a bunch of stuff, and you can see these enormous buildings, structures towering above
Stop
you.
licking me,
But also when you go out and explore, you'll be the one, like, you go through the...
People like building. That's true. That's why. There's got to be a reason in the game, though. Like, I'm trying to build something to get off the planet or something. I'm trying to save
They
my...
had monsters. I'm assuming there's some kind of weapons or something you can fight, right?
Yeah, I guess. Like, I want to know
Like,
why
they
I got to
showed
build
all
all
different-
this.
The biomes and stuff, too.
How does multiplayer work?
Oh, it's a co-op game.
Ah.
Basically, you'll
It's co-op.
start up a server, play with your friends.
It's
Co-op
co-op.
PvE.
How do we get our hands on this game?
So we got a closed alpha planned in the
Working together,
so
I'm
fuck.
gonna fight a robot. Computer.
Working together.
Great, Oscar, thanks for joining me on stage.
Shelby's like, no, I want to kill everybody in the game. I wanted to sabotage your factory.
What's the point?
Our very first indie title of the day.
We do indeed, Sean.
First indie.
Here's something we
Come
really
on.
love about the PC platform. It's such
People are
fertile
saying
ground
no
for creative
friends.
ideas from small teams.
No friends.
NeoCab is an emotional survival game set in the future about gig labor, tech disruption, and the experience of being a driver for hire. Perhaps the last of your kind. From the brand new indie studio Chance Agency, let's watch the first gameplay trailer for NeoCab.
Good job on the music so far.
Yeah, that's tight. I'm enjoying the music. Yeah, this is weird.
Yeah.
Not feeling it right now. Not feeling it. Interesting art style. Hey, stop chewing on my desk. Stop chewing on my desk. Zoe. NeoCab. I guess.
Now, our next
No claps.
believe it or not,
Good.
No.
Battle Royale.
Nobody clapped to that.
E3 2018, what do you think? We have several Battle
It
Royales
was
like a game.
so
about
quiet.
today because the Battle Royale format
I'm glad they didn't go
is
into
very
like extreme
simple
detail on
and
it
very
though.
flexible.
Same.
Players play in an ever-shrinking space until there's one last standing. So developers have already been doing all kinds of different explorations of what this could possibly be. And our very first battle royale game that we'll be introducing today.
First BR, boys.
1,000 concurrent
First
players.
BR game.
1,000 concurrent players. Oh my lord.
Proving grounds.
1,000.
Yeah.
BR was a mistake. It really was.
Suit already.
What is
Oh, that'd
this?
be cool. You just run and jump off the top.
What is this? Is this what PUBG should have been? It reminds me of PUBG already.
H1Z1 remastered.
PUBG 2.0. Ooh, destructible environments though.
Something new.
Destructible environments. Battlefield VR. VR. Stop chewing on my desk. Ooh.
Raffle.
I mean, I'm not seeing anything
Bolts.
I'm not seeing anything revolutionary though.
Yeah, it's just the same. Like,
It looks exactly the same from PUBG,
Right? I was like PUBG version 2.0.
except for the fire.
And then the
it
destructible
runs a
environments.
lot smoother.
Yeah. Well, PUBG looks
no,
like it
maybe
runs.
not.
PUBG looks like it runs smooth too, but then you actually play it and then,
Yeah.
Stop chewing
What
on
the
hell?
He was trying to res his friend.
The Wile and Utani in the building. Wait, what? On the building? I didn't see that. I didn't see that text. Hey, stop chewing on my desk. Mavericks proving
Oh,
grounds.
I heard about this.
Joining me on
Nah,
the
Resident
stage
Sleeper.
to talk about Mavericks Proving Grounds is the CEO of Automaton Games. It's James Thompson.
James Thompson.
I heard about this VR. 400 player battle royale mode.
Thanks for joining
400?
Pleasure.
Yeah.
Now, I want to
Damn.
immediately ask, what about
How old is he,
Mavericks
like
Proving
10?
Grounds distinguishes itself from other battle royale games?
Yeah, well, as you said, it's a very popular
Wait,
formula,
laggy as hell.
and, you know, that last man standing kind of game type is incredibly compelling by itself. But Mavericks is really about depth. You know, we've already talked about 400 players before, and we're sort of super excited today to talk about our 5-man squad mode being 1,000 players. But really,
5-man
it's
squad?
about depth as well. It's about the fact that that environment is even a
Need the
bigger
player
step
base
in
for it.
simulation,
Yeah.
and those elements sort of
You
combine
guys.
together.
You'll be playing against the same players over and over.
1,000 players aspect.
Be lucky to get a
How does that really
400-man
shift the dynamic
room.
From the say 100 that we're typically used to.
Well, it's really about combining
Queue time is
skill
2
with
hours.
the depth of simulation.
Now it'll just be the same people over and over.
12-kilometer playing field.
Decisions off a lot more information.
Yeah, I mean, because you hinted at that twice now. Like,
Also, they
provide
leave
a
like
lot more
footprints, I
information
guess,
in
and
the
you can track
environment for players to
people.
process.
So take a concrete example, right? So let's say a player's walking through the map, they'd be leaving footprints.
See, that'd be the main reason to go to E3 to actually try these things, but then the lines are stupid long everywhere.
Siege-style gameplay in houses, that's like a lot of destruction.
Maybe not for the indie games, but for most of the games, the lines are ridiculously long.
It's like a recent history of who could have been here.
Yeah.
You know, I want to ask about what more is in store for Mavericks Proving Grounds. I understand that this has a lot more out-game features than someone might expect.
Yeah, so it's not just that session-based gameplay. You enter the game through the capital, which is our sort of persistent.
I need to know what makes it better than the other BRs out there.
MMORPG side of things. It's really it's a full world, not just a map. You know, so it's got a persistent game type side to it too.
Yeah.
But really, it's about bringing this all together into something which makes a much richer MMO experience.
Now, where can people go to find out more?
Well, we've just launched our site right now, so if you're interested in signing up for the closed beta,
Beta.
you can do that
Beta.
now at GG/closed-beta. And, actually, if you register this week, you'll get special in-game content for free from E3.
Well, awesome.
And we have only 100,000 slots.
The chat, Twitch
Good
chat.
old Twitch chat.
I'm sure there are a lot more people than that on the stream, so
He knew what he was doing.
You already knew it was
That's
gonna
like
trigger
something.
everybody.
Once
It was
again,
gonna
that's
trigger everybody in chat.
Maverick.gg. Our very next game helps showcase the extraordinary power of modders. Frankie, tell us about it.
It does indeed, Sean. On PC, we don't just play what's given to us. We mod games to make our own experiences. And for many developers, modding is a way to turn a hobby into a career. The Forgotten City is the perfect example. It's a standalone game that's a reimagining of a wildly successful mod. In fact, the first mod in history to win a National Writers Guild Award.
Oh,
For the
Righteous
first
Guild
time
Award?
ever.
What?
Here's gameplay from the Forgotten
I'm supposed to know
City.
what that is.
What? I know, like, what the hell does that even mean? I'm so confused.
Like I can make a award up right now and call it what I want.
Like, what are they talking about?
Ew, that's spoopy.
Oh, this is creepy.
Ah.
I'm so sorry you had to find me.
Daisy remastered.
Skyrim BR.
Suffer the same fate I did. I've spent a lifetime in this place. An ancient underground city. Its existence long forgotten. Searching for a way out. All I found was a window into the past.
What is this, like Myst or what?
If even one person here commits a sin, everyone will die.
Oh, what the hell?
I tried to set things right, but whatever I did, it took me right back to the beginning. It's all up to you.
Hardcore.
Go back, investigate, talk to everyone.
It's like Myst, but multiplayer.
Trust. Bend the rules
With a little bit of clue.
Figure out who's responsible for this. And maybe you can do what I never could. Save these people. Save yourself.
The many shall suffer.
Trust the Midas touch. The Forgotten City. That looks interesting. That looks interesting.
Coming up on the PC
A lot of deception.
Gaming Show. What's next for Killing Floor 2? And an unannounced game from Tripwire Interactive. And now our
rude.
host, Sean Plott.
Our next game is a blast from the past. It's not a sequel or prequel or remake, but rather an entirely new game altogether. Let's take a look at Stardoc's Star Control Origins.
Long ago, the Singularity formed, its creators uplifted into something beyond our understanding. These beings, now known as the Lexites, left Earth, traveling to multiple planets in our solar system, before vanishing altogether. This is why we are here. Welcome to Star Control, a state-of-the-art international space agency tasked with the exploration of our solar system and the defense of Earth. Here reside the world's brightest minds and greatest technology, brought together by a strong curiosity to discover the unknown.
What is this?
Help us pioneer the future. Join today.
RTS game, please. Hell yeah, me too. What is this? I swear there's a theme with this music today.
Has accelerated the construction of our new modular deep solar system vessel specifically for this mission.
Oh no.
It's the fastest, most
wrecked.
expensive ship humanity has ever
Wrecked.
made, Captain.
I was excited for like 2 seconds.
Viscosity Officer Windu of the Tyrone.
I was excited for 2 seconds.
We received traces of your radio broadcasts themselves.
Not what I expected.
Oh, those planets suck.
Wow.
A new alien in a delightful new space.
What is this life?
You must be humans. We've heard so much about you.
I need to see more of the game
Joining me
to
to talk
be
about
somewhat
Star
excited
Control
about
is
it.
the Director of Production at Stardock, Patrick Shaw. Thanks for joining me on stage
Not
today,
looking
Patrick.
too fun.
Thanks for having me here.
So now just tell us straight up, what is Star Control all about?
So Star Control is an open universe action RPG. You can visit dozens of aliens, hundreds
Action
of different
RPG
stars,
open world.
thousands of different unique planets, and you can land on each and every one of them.
So,
And when you're driving
No
around
Man's
the
Sky
planets,
2.
You can jump over canyons, blast critters, and then you can
The
venture
planet
into the solar
thing looked
system
really
and
lame.
ship-to-ship combat with hostile
Yeah, 2 out of 10. They look really
I want
bad.
to ask, since I know that the story is a big part of this game, with it being open world, how do you make sure that the story still stays as the focus for the player?
Yeah, so we're really excited about the story that we prepared for Star Control. It's funny, it's creative, but also has some dark, sinister side to it. However, what we're very proud and very excited about is we have an infinite universe. That is, we are fully simulating the entire universe at all times. So even if you're on some podunk little moon in the corner of the universe, the aliens are still moving around the universe, doing their own thing, exploring and interacting with each other.
So it's not just like at a planet, there's the same town whenever you visit.
Are you guys still awake?
It depends on how the civilization has driven it forward.
Right, exactly.
So,
this is infinite universe is the key.
I was like, are you guys still awake over there?
Adventure to the larger open
What is this?
Awesome. Now, I know modding is going to be a big part of Star Control Origins.
It's so cool.
It also is awesome sleeping.
What would you think of making
Yeah, well, look at this on the game floor. We don't need to see a demo.
Get off the
You're putting me on the spot on
stage.
stage right now, yeah.
We have a week to do it. So. But anyways, in Star Control Origins, you can create your own ships, your own planets, your own galaxies. You can package up your adventures and share them with your friends online.
So someone else can take care of Firefly Season 2. That's up to you. Now, last thing I want to ask about is how multiplayer works.
Right. So in the game, we have ship-to-ship combat, and that turned out to be so popular in our early testing. They're like, we should make this a separate gameplay mode. So we did. We called it Fleet Battles. So you
Fleet
can create
Battles.
your own ships, you build them out of different pieces.
That should be the main part of your main game.
And defenses, and then you go online to play them. You can either play local multiplayer, 2 people on the same
Combat
team,
popular, go
or
figure. I know, right?
online ranked
Who would have thunk?
play.
Where can people go to pick up Star Control Origins?
Well, right now, Star Control Origins is available for pre-order on GOG and Steam.
Well, lovely. Guys, definitely be sure to head over to starcontrolgame.com and check them out on Steam and GOG as well.
And one more thing, we are happy to announce at the PC Gamer Show that Star Control Origins is launching on September 20th, 2018.
September 20th?
On September 20th.
What?
Now, our next game was PC Gamer's favorite game from E3 last year.
PC
It is
Master
Hunt
Disgrace.
Showdown from Crytek. Let's take a look at what's coming for Hunt Showdown just after E3.
Hunt Showdown, what? Oh, yeah, I've heard about this one. Everybody's
like-
saying this looks interesting, yeah.
It's like a VR, but with PvE.
Yeah. I don't know why it doesn't get my interest. Everybody likes this, though.
No taste for me.
7 out of 10. I don't know. Maybe it's just not my type of game. It's not Fallout 76. Will anything be Fallout 76 for me? No, probably not. I think me and Shelby already peaked at Fallout 76. We're done with E3 now, right, Shelby?
Yeah. Going home.
I'm ready to go. I got what I needed, boys. Oh, damn, what was that? That looks creepy as hell. That looked creepy as hell. Buy now on Steam.
I am here with Guy from Skydance, who's here to tell me why fighting in massive mech suits is not about to go out of fashion anytime soon. Guy, now Hellfire, in fact, sorry, Archangel was originally a single-player narrative game, but Hellfire, this new edition, what changes is that going to make?
Well, players really loved the single-player narrative, but they all kept telling us the same thing. They said, we really want it multiplayer, and we want it off-rails. And we kind of thought, that's a completely different game, but let's give it a shot. And so we got a crack team together. They put something really special. We got 4 maps. We got 6 different mechs. Tons of weapons where you could just blast through the environment.
They're all calling him Guy.
Mechs alike. And it's really just an amazing experience. You can
Guy.
zip around
Hey,
in your mech.
Guy.
You can tower over others. It's just something special that I think
And
you
when
can try right now.
is this coming out of early access? So you just said we can try it right now, but you've got the full version launching soon, right?
What's up with her
Correct.
shirt?
Yeah, it's coming out in July 17th.
Please.
But you could try
Yeah.
it
Very
right
odd
now if you want
shirt.
an early access.
Yeah, I'm
I'll
like,
just iron out
okay,
the kinks
I'm
and
not
break
really the
some
most
necks on
fashionable
the
person in
process.
the world, but I
am no
don't
good at
understand
ironing
what
out
she's
things,
going
as I
for
think
here.
people at home can see, Guy, but as a heavy mech woman, I can't wait for
It
you to
doesn't
see
even look
my
like
light
it's
mech
supposed to
wingman
be
in
like
that
that.
Team 2 PvP. So let's take a closer look at Archangel Hellfire.
Let's do it.
Three destructible maps. I've never even heard of this game either. Have you guys heard of this game? Dude, people get so excited about like mech games in general. Like every mech game that they just buy.
I hate mech.
I like mech, but it's really, really got to be specific. Like I can't just like any mech game.
I really like Armored Core just because of how fast it was.
Our next title is one I've
But
been looking
that didn't
forward
look
to
too
for quite
fast.
No, that game looked really boring. What do you want, Zoe? Leave it alone. You're too hot.
Lovecraftian mystery. It's called The Sinking City, and joining me to talk about it is the community manager at Frogwares, Sergey Oganessian. Welcome, Sergey. Thanks for joining me today.
Thank you.
You've earned a handshake.
The Sinking City. Oh, you earned a handshake. You're worthy of a handshake from me, boy.
You lie to me so kindly. You know, I want to ask right away, The Sinking City, you know, there's a lot of open world, third-person type games. What makes The Sinking City different from what a player might expect?
Well, I mean, The Sinking City is an open-world action investigation game inspired by Lovecraft. And we believe that these three elements already make the game pretty unique. And you know, when I say that you can be a detective in a world, in a supernatural world full of mystery and, you know, cosmic fear, like, I really mean it, because investigations are really at the core of The Sinking City.
Yeah, I mean, I know there's a lot of games in the open world genre that are focused on action, but you say investigation is at the core. What are investigation mechanics? What does it look like?
So the first thing you should know right off the bat is that we are not going to offer any hand-holding for the player. We will not give you any clear objectives in your diary or, you know, markers on the map telling you where to go or what to do. It's actually up to you to figure that out. Instead, we will give you information, you know, hints, evidence, like clues, crime scenes to examine, like people to talk to, suspects to question. And we will ask you in return to use your wits and your intuition to, you know, experiment with your findings, you know, maybe like find a way how to progress. And
The
what you
big
should
ass
also know is that
backpack.
finding these clues will not only help you understand what's going on and, you know,
Oh, so it's like
get
LA
around
Noire
seeing the
and
world
like
and people, but it will also help
a
you
Western
maybe change the course
grim
of your
setting.
investigation.
You know, you mentioned the world itself, and I mean, the footage that I've seen through the years has just been absolutely beautiful. Talk to me about the world that we're in and what investigation is at the core.
This game
So
is
the
Resident
takes
Sleeper
place in the
too.
fictional city of Oakmont in the state of Massachusetts. You know, the city which is flooded. There is a terrible disaster going on, which has claimed.
I guess so. I need to check on you guys.
Monsters which now roam the streets of Oakmont.
Wake up!
People.
This is gameplay.
What is this game? Like, can we get some interesting games?
Like the
Poor people, rich
like
people.
1989 little hand demons.
What little hand demons?
Level 7 had more gameplay than this.
Because of the flood, because of the monsters, and you know, we actually want to understand what's
It's
going
Indiana
on.
Jones
We want to
solving
understand
murders.
what's behind this ostensibly supernatural flood.
Copied
And what's the
Half-Life
fun?
crabs. Oh,
Everybody
that's
plays,
true.
Nobody wants to leave, but this is kind of different story.
You chewing on over
Well,
here,
I mean,
doggy?
we've talked a little bit about the story world and how it's inspired by Lovecraft. What about the game mechanics? You've mentioned this.
What about the
sanity
game
mechanic in the
mechanics?
past.
Indeed, we do have a sanity mechanic which directly impacts the gameplay. You know, when our hero is under a lot of stress, when he sees like something supernatural, something disturbing, or even when he's making choices in the story which he's not comfortable with making, you know, he will
Yeah,
begin to lose his
next.
sanity.
Can we get a next, please?
He's like,
Skip.
he will start to have
Get off the
hallucinations,
stage.
distorted sounds.
Corey,
Will
you
allow
gotta be the one that just moves him on. You gotta have that little
step back and do something
the little stick with the hook on the end to yank him off the stage.
Still looking
Hell
for the
yeah.
sweet
Like,
spot between
yank.
impact on the gameplay and impact on the story.
Since we're almost out of time, I still just
You're
have
thinking
to
this
ask,
we're out of time?
What are the sweet monsters that we're going to get to see in the game?
Oh, we have different kinds of monsters. We have different kinds of archetypes. You know, with
You're
different
so
abilities.
crazy,
And,
though.
you know,
My
we
little
actually
dog
give you
is
tools.
obsessed
The
with
game
me,
is not about
dude.
fighting monsters. Investigation is the
Right.
core of the game.
Hey, what up,
But we
Raza?
give you tools
What's
to
up,
defend
man?
yourself. So we give you weapons, we give you skills, we give you even certain like traps. In return, we ask you that you make a decision, because the game is about making a decision. Ammunition is scarce, and you will have to adjust your tactics accordingly.
So I know a lot of people have all sorts of questions about what the
I got
game
a-
is like.
I got
Where
a
can we
bunch
go
of
to find out
questions.
more
I
about it?
have no questions.
So
Please
if you
move
have
on.
more, you can always follow us
If
on
anybody has
Facebook,
questions, they
Twitter,
need to just like save them for later. We don't got
this is where
time for
we
this.
post our updates regularly. Facebook, The Sinking
We
City,
have hand demons. What
YouTube,
demons?
Frogwares, so
We got all kinds of
this is
demons.
definitely the place
Dude, we
to go
got
if you wanna learn
everything.
more.
Well, I'm super
Dude,
excited
just
personally
based
to see
on
how it
Twitch
turns
chat,
out. Thanks for joining me on
like,
stage, Sergey.
If you compare
Sinking City.
their reaction to Fallout and
Yeah.
like any of these other
Now,
games, you can just
Our
tell.
next
Like, no one
game
gives
Like
a
what people are
damn.
most
PC
excited
title that
for.
has
Exactly.
only gotten better over the last few years, and I'm always excited to hear what they have in store. Frankie is up on the balcony with the developers of Warframe. Talk to me, Frankie.
Well, we all
Warframe?
know the PC is home to some of the most devoted communities in gaming, and one of the best undoubtedly
nice,
belongs
nice.
to Warframe.
Your
Last year, the
GoPro on
game
your
got
helmet?
its first open world update, Plains of Eidolon, and the next epic cinematic quest is called The Sacrifice. And
The
we've got
Sacrifice.
the launch trailer for you.
Her sleeves are
War
bothering
game?
me. They distract me so
Oh.
much.
Might be for Shelby.
Warframe? Nah. I played Warframe.
What is Warframe?
Yeah.
This is Warframe. It's like an expansion or
never
something for it. You're like, oh, never mind. It's like a casual looter shooter.
I mean, they updated it. I don't think I tried the update. I tried it when it first came out.
They have a pretty good following too.
Megan Everett, community manager at Digital Extremes,
No.
joins me now.
No. You know, FPSs for me are hard to get into.
So the sacrifice
Like, to be
is
addicted and play it a
installment
lot.
of our cinematic quest.
Like
It continues
Overwatch,
the story that we
any
started in
FPS
the
like
Second
that.
Dream,
Oh, I like her
continues
red
the
hair.
War Within, and then Apostasy Prologue. So at the end of last year, we kind of shattered some hearts.
I like her red
and,
hair.
Left them with a bit of a plot twist, and I'm not going to spoil it for people who want to maybe catch up. But what I can say is that obviously from the trailer that you saw, the wait for Umbra, the 3-year wait.
Have we seen the
Umbra
best
Warframe
already, guys?
over.
Is the best over with
Creepy
these
Guy,
conferences?
at
Because
the
this
end of the
conference is
trailer
the
there,
resident
Val
sleeper
plays
right
a
now.
Pretty big role in this quest, and again, not going to spoil a lot, but I can say that it's coming this week on PC.
And you guys are actually currently waiting. Well, as well as the update, you're working towards TennoCon right now.
Yes, so it's going to be another big year for us, and I'm really.
Why does my
excited
dog keep chewing on my desk? Like she's literally chewing on the corner of my desk for no reason.
What do you think the mega reveal at 10 Live is going to be?
Wait, is that the same chick with different hair?
This Umbra thing that's maybe going on or whatever.
I don't know.
Yeah, I agree with you, Tex. It's a good game, but not my style.
Pretty amazing.
Yeah, it looks like her.
It is her.
Whole
Yeah.
new direction for Warframe.
It doesn't look as
All
good.
this, you got all these other games coming out, but this
I
one's
don't know.
free.
It looks good.
When's 2018
It's
happening?
cute.
Get it started.
It just needs lighting.
It's cute. Oh, they have a tournament too?
Given that the community knows you as Auntie Megan. Oh God.
Auntie
it
Megan?
Must be huge for you to be at TennoCon.
TennoCon is really special for really everyone that works at Digital Extremes.
What is
Developers pour their
Tenno Live? What
heart
is
and
that?
soul into what we do for TennoCon, and I know for
You guys know
me,
what
it was
Tenno is?
literally
What is
the
this?
best
No
day of my
clue.
entire
I'm looking
career.
it up right
I
now.
know
What the
Rebecca,
hell is
our
Tenno? Is
community
that a
director at home, is
conference?
watching. But last year when we did the Plains of Eidolon, open world expansion reveal,
Tentacon.
Rev and I were actually doing that as a live demonstration.
Is it literally just a Warframe conference? Like what?
And it went as flawlessly as we could have ever hoped for. And we actually, like, as people were cheering, it's pitch black on stage. Rev and I look at each
It's
other
really
and just kind of
cheap.
fist pump and both started crying because
It's
we
only
didn't
like
crash the
30 bucks.
demonstration.
Hey, Zoe, come here.
So if you
Get out of
if you watch Tenno Live this year, if you're there, you can definitely probably count on some tears and some emotions.
Come on,
'cause it's a really big day for us.
So
Yeah.
basically, bring tissues, right?
Bring tissues for yourself.
She's about to turn
for
my
me,
computer off.
For everyone involved.
Get out of the
because
back of there.
some tears probably.
But if you can't get to TennoCon because unfortunately it is sold out, how can you watch it online?
Oh yeah, it is sold out. There's a digital one though.
twitch.tv/Warframe. You can definitely check it out. And PC Gamer is also hosting as well on their Facebook and Twitter.
And you get free stuff by watching Twitch?
You do. So if you want
Free
to link
stuff by watching
your,
Twitch?
Warframe account to your Twitch account, and all you have to do
Damn,
is
they got a
watch
VIP one for $250
So that's
and
happening
a
from
legendary for
July 7th, and you'll be able
$1,000.
to watch TennoCon live through PC Gamer's Twitch channel and the Facebook page. Thank you, Auntie Megs. Sean.
Damn, they have their own convention
Thank
for
you,
Warframe.
Frankie.
That's how you know it's
Thank
big.
you, Warframe.
And it's sold
The
out.
next name is
Yeah.
one I grew up with, Sega. They've become a prolific publisher of Japanese games known for their fully featured ports, especially beloved by this guy on the left.
What
Sega's
guy?
bringing shining resonance
Can't see
both to
him.
PC and
I don't
console
get
the
it.
same
Yeah,
day. And
thanks
Shenmue
for the home
will
audience.
be coming later this year. They have all sorts of games coming up. Let's take a look at what Sega's got in store.
Sega.
Sega!
Gotta
The
go
guy who
fast.
was it the guy who was with it? I don't know, man. But we didn't see it. Best of Japan on PC. Valkyrie Chronicles. Bayonetta, ooh. Vanquish, no thanks. No thanks, Tetris. Cool. Not interested. Nope. No, thank you. Oh, this person said cool, old games. I feel bad for these developers though, man, because they put their stuff out there to be showcased, and like people just scrutinize the hell out of it. I mean, that's what it's for, but it's just, man, it's a thankless job for sure. Ooh, Yakuza Kiwami, that's okay. The Yakuza series I heard is really good.
Let's go. Fucking love this series. Right
What is
here.
that? What is that?
Valkyria Chronicles.
Wait, you fight battles like that?
It's like an RTS game. It's like a 3D RTS game. It's cool.
What? Oh, dude, I need to check that out. That looks cool. I never played Valkyria Chronicles. I need to look that up. Valkyria Chronicles. We're looking this up. That looks pretty dope. Ooh, it's coming out for the Switch too. Poppin'.
Hell yeah.
Yakuza and Valkyria look pretty cool. Yakuza 0.
Yakuza 0 is available for pre-order right now and will be releasing on Steam in early August. We hope you've been enjoying the show thus far. We have so much more great stuff to come. Let's see what's coming up at this year's PC Gaming Show.
Coming up on the PC Gaming
How long is this
Show,
thing?
a new publisher reveals 3 new games. And the first ever gameplay footage of Overkill's The Walking Dead. And now your host.
Wait, that's a
Sean
different
Clark.
type of Walking Dead.
And I'm back.
They should have called him Day 9 instead of his real
Our
name.
next guest is a regular here at the PC Gaming Show, having attended all 4 years. Frankie's with him up in the balcony. It's Tripwire.
Sean, if you are anything like me, you probably need to let off steam every once in a while. And I personally can't think of a better way to do it than by kicking back and tearing up a load of monstrous enemies. It's kind of either that or pushing the office photocopier out of the window, and I, for one, prefer the option that keeps me and everyone here in a job. With that in mind, I am thrilled to welcome Bill Monk from Killing Floor 2 back to E3.
I never got into Killing Floor either.
Got a lot of fans in the audience still. Listen to that applause.
It's a very fun game, but it's like, I don't know, you can only hold my attention for like 30 minutes.
Right? It's like one of those random games you play for a couple minutes.
Yeah, like a couple of buddies.
We got 4 major updates that are coming out this year.
Hey, what's that?
We dropped in March.
What's that one guy who used to run a WoW guild and he'd make all the tutorial videos? And he had like he played a warrior.
Circus freaks with steampunk in a really
And he had
fun,
like
exciting
really
way.
curly
And
hair.
we have a really cool new system
Really
that we're
cool- I have
adding.
no
It's called
idea.
the weapon upgrade system. And
The
with
only-
it,
the only-
there's
looks like
73 different weapons that we have in our game.
She looks like the guy.
You can
Yeah.
upgrade it and make it viable for late.
You know what I'm talking
It
about?
really adds a
I
lot
have
of
no
creativity
clue.
to your loadout. So I'm really excited to get that in people's hands.
So you can make your boy guns big.
So far, these games have been lackluster. I hope they're saving the best for last.
Let's take a look at the trailer for Treacherous Skies Summer Sideshow.
World exclusive! Oh my god! World exclusive, boys! So many robots in every game.
HMS Queen Victoria, ladies and gents. Ringleader Lockhart speaking to you from, well, someplace very safe.
Killing Floor, bro.
This looks crazy.
Prey at my beloved.
I like the music though.
Now I need your help once again. I've got to get to my island in the channel. Now listen up. I don't know how, but these
He kind of sounds like the Joker from the Batman the Animated Series.
I think it's time to put on a show. Yes.
Doesn't it remind you of the Joker from the Batman series?
It really does.
Sounds like Mark Hamill.
Oh, for me, my mechanical children have turned against me. Plastic traitors. Careful, lads. They're tough, even removing the head. Put these rebellious robots down. But take heart, lads and lasses.
I can't get the Batman the Animated Series out of my head now.
The Doomstick. 4 barrels are better than 2.
This looks kind of fun though.
Strikers. A shockingly stylish set of
But it's PvE, huh? It's PvE.
Sniper rifle. And finally, there's a last-minute addition to the crew.
Watch this woman go.
Seems Mrs. Foster negotiated her way on board and is set on giving Zed
won't like the angry.
the business. And remember, we'll see you on the airship.
Fossey,
The summer
joke for you.
sideshow.
Optician says my eyes are okay. I say, then how do you explain my husband?
Now, as is tradition, the
No clue
content
what
that
was
you
just
just
said.
saw will be available
3 of 10.
tomorrow, including a free weekend for PC
3 of 10.
this weekend. Definitely check it out with Killing Floor 2.
It
But
was
that's
alright.
not all that Tripwire has.
Not my game. I mean, it looked cool, though.
Himself, John Gibson on stage. John, welcome back again.
Thanks, Sean. Pleasure to be here.
Now, I understand that Tripwire is stepping into also doing publishing. What does that entail?
That's right. So, Sean, it's really challenging for developers right now with the thousands of games that are coming out every year.
Yeah.
It's really hard to get noticed. And then you have the traditional publishing deals. So we're giving developers
Ooh,
fair
Road
deals.
Rage.
We're going to be helping them rise above that noise so they can get noticed. And because of our experience developing our own games and publishing our own games, we're going to help them with marketing, funding, mentoring, feedback to help them succeed.
Yeah, I mean, the game that we have on screen is one of those games. This is Road Redemption.
That is right.
Oh, yeah, Road
I'm happy to
Redemption,
announce
based off of
that
Road
we're
Rage,
going
so.
to be publishing Road Redemption. We're going to be helping them grow and succeed even more on Steam, but also bring the franchise beyond Steam.
Now, I know today...
Raza, I would say it
World
is pretty hard, though,
exclusive new
especially if
game
you're
hasn't
indie.
been announced
We
yet.
do. Nobody knows.
Before we roll the trailer, I was wondering if you could give me a little bit of a tease.
Yeah, so we're working with the team at Blindside Games, and they're led by Alex Quick.
A lot of
Yeah, right.
consolidation.
So if you're familiar with the Killing Floor universe, you know Alex Quick was the modder that created the original Killing Floor mod, which Tripwire worked with Alex to bring commercial. And then Alex
That's
went
crazy.
off, assembled his own team, made the game Depth, which was sharks and humans fighting each other, very, very successful. But now it's come full circle. We're working with Alex again, and we're going to bring his all-new game to market.
Well, let's take a look at it right now. World exclusive, new, upcoming game.
Hey, Depth was cool. I never played a game, but that game was cool. I was watching a bunch of gameplay videos on that. That's just tight. That's cool that he made a mod and he made a company off of making a mod.
Close your eyes and imagine a place where the sun is bright and the beaches are white. A place filled with southern charm, where the water is as warm as the welcome. So come feel the wind in your sails. Kick back and relax. Enjoy the local cuisine. Your dream vacation is waiting for you here on the Gulf Coast.
Joe! Are you a shark? Damn, that looks really gruesome. Joe, damn. Oh,
Eating
damn.
everybody.
Yeah, I guess you're the shark.
Go to maneatergame.com now to book your vacation. Operators are standing by.
Death.
That looks kind of cool.
So hey, John, so you get to play as the
Sharknado.
You are the shark. This is an open world action RPG where you play as a shark.
What?
RPG.
We like to call it a shark PG.
Oh, nice. Okay, so do you like upgrade and improve the shark? Is there like skill trees?
You do. There is a shark
What the
skill
hell?
tree. Really?
That game is tight, though.
There is a full single player campaign. You eat your way through it. You get bigger teeth. You can jump out of the water and snatch people off piers and all of that fun stuff.
I didn't realize this was a power fantasy I needed so badly. Now, where can people go to get more information about it?
They can go to maneatergame.com.
I haven't seen this
Doubt
game
anyone will
before,
forget
Sean.
that here.
Unless it's another similar game.
Maneatergame.com. John, thanks
There's
so
one
much
called
for
Depth.
joining me on stage.
Yeah, that was where you're
All
shark
the
versus
content
human
that Tripwire
underwater.
Yeah.
This is, yeah.
Showcased earlier about Killing Floor 2 and Road Redemption will be playable here at E3. Definitely be sure to check it out. Coming up next, Frankie has a whole slew of unannounced games. Frankie.
Cider Helm.
Cheers,
That's his
Jordan.
name.
Man, it's
Oh,
looking
Cider
tasty
Helm.
there.
He
And
made
I
League
can't believe
videos
they
too,
named
didn't he?
the game after my favorite
Yeah,
weekend
I think more
activity.
recently.
Yeah.
Indies are at the
He was a
heart
WoW
of
guy? I
PC
didn't know
gaming,
that.
and next up is
Yeah,
a brand
he
new
used to run
publisher
Tank
bringing
Spot,
3 games for the very first
like,
time, releasing
8,
one of
9
them.
years ago.
Behave yourselves, audience, today. So let's take a look.
Untitled publisher. We're curating games for you? What? No, one game right away. And we'll get back to being boring. World exclusive! What the hell is this? What's it, like Darkest Dungeon or what?
So confused.
I don't get it either. It's like a battle game, like a turn-based like battle game.
Yeah.
It looks like a game Shelby would play. Darkest Dungeon anime. It literally looks like Darkest Dungeon like mechanics. Oh, we got a building game. We're gonna build a farm, Shelby. I wonder.
Why?
I wonder if there's PvP here. It sounds like it's a PvP game. Animal Crossing. Dude, I wish.
We can grow turnips.
Uh-oh.
Finally.
Farmville 3D. Oh, floppy disk. Throwing it back to old school days. I don't know if y'all remember floppy disks. That's for us old people. That's how we used to play games.
Yeah, I still use them at my job.
You still use them?
Yeah, we did.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
Floppy disks were crazy. We had the big ass floppy disk and they had the little mini floppy disk.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, this looks like a Corey game for sure. Ooh, the music sounds dope. I get hyped for some of the music in these games.
Or you see they're adding a Cuphead DLC?
Wait, really?
Yeah,
oh god.
Yeah, they
made a third character you could play too.
Fuck, dude. I thought I was done with that. I thought I was done with that.
Sick multiplayer. Yeah, this would be cool multiplayer for sure. Oh damn. Ooh, look at those bosses. Overwhelm. Is it made by one person? Interesting.
All these games look like must-plays.
Not
And
about that.
Overwhelmed, the final game of the bunch, is available
That's a
on
stretch.
Steam right
She's lying to us.
now.
That's a
Special
stretch.
launch discount.
Dirty
So
lie.
make sure you check that out after the
Must
show.
plays.
And if you're at E3 this week, head over to the PC Gamer corner of the Facebook
Everybody's
page
like,
inside
must
the
play,
chat room
really?
to give Overwhelm a
Mustard plays.
Right. Next up, it's
Getting it right
Fall
now.
Holiday, and where
Right
better
meow.
than a virtual resort with some truly spectacular wildlife. Back again this year, our friends of the show, Frontier Developments, with a unique take on the park management genre. I am, of
Oh, that's not
course,
bad.
talking about Jurassic World Evolution.
Ooh.
The long-awaited
listening.
game is out tomorrow and lets you build your own dinosaur-stuffed tourist
I'm
trap.
listening.
What could possibly go wrong?
Let's see this.
Unleash the Goldblum!
Oh, Goldblum, hello.
You think that things are going to turn out differently, huh?
Give me gameplay.
Well, the ones before you did too. Because they believed that they were in control. And control... Well, here's the thing. Humanity is desperate for it. We are seduced by it.
Jurassic Park.
Deceived by the illusion of it.
We'll see what happens here.
Never really possess it. Because if there's anything that chaos theory
Can I
has
play
taught
Star-Lord?
us, it's that nature is on its
Right.
own course. And when we interfere, when humanity tries to put nature
Oh.
into orderly boxes, chaos destroys them.
It's Jurassic Park Simulator.
What makes
Yeah, it's like
us
Zoo
such
Tycoon with Jurassic Park
unique
skin.
beings
This skin looks
is
cool
knowing
though.
the scope and power of what we're up against, and and still believing that we can win.
So they're gonna show the T-Rex now.
I know, however,
Yeah.
what I would predict.
Yeah.
Doe comes out June 12th.
So
That's like a couple
excited
days
for
from now.
that
That's like 2
game.
days, isn't it?
Our next title is from Insomniac. who
Okay,
are
2
making
games I'm
amazing
actually excited for: the
games
Shark game
years,
and the
they're gonna
Jurassic
try
Park
to
game.
Take their expertise and answer the question: how do you make an open world game in VR? Let's take a look at their upcoming game, Stormland.
You don't, because that's how you get nauseous. They're running around.
The motion blur. They don't have that stuff nailed down yet and how to fix that. They don't know the way.
Dude, you would get so sick playing this, I bet. Looks like it.
Try it, Shelby. Try it.
Like, I've tried games where you just slide across the ground, and just that alone, like, makes me sick.
They're like, what? Wally. They're saying Wally in chat too. Right away, man. I think I have the same mind as chat. I swear. Wally. His Sean saying it too. Detroit become human. Bastion origin story. Self-awareness. Zoe, what are you barking about? Zoe. Come here. Oh, you can upgrade just by picking up regular arms and stuff? What the hell?
Scuffed.
Scuffed. Wait, is that how it looks in VR? No, it's really basic. Really basic. I'm talking about PlayStation 1 basic. Where if you made any game, you were good. Oh, that looks cool. I mean, it's like the novelty of VR will fade and you just have a game that's like boring to play. You know? Oculus Studios presents.
Oculus.
Wait, do you have a Vive or Oculus?
Vive.
You're like, I don't like Oculus.
No, Oculus is meant to for like sitting down.
Step into
Like,
the
for
rift.
walking around the
Joining me
room.
to talk about Stormland is the Chief Creative Officer at Insomniac.
Also, Oculus
welcoming
like make their
Chad
game so
Desert.
it doesn't work on Vive.
Oh, that's messed up. Like
There's,
super
a way to
exclusive.
get it. Yeah, it's like Sony versus
Welcome to the
Microsoft.
stage. Thank you. I want to start right away and
But
ask,
there's like
what
ways
is
around
this game
it.
all about?
Well, in Stormland, you play as an android gardener. And an entity called
An android
Tempest
gardener?
uproots your habitat and shatters your
Listening.
android body. So you've got to travel to a civilization above the Thunderheads to repair yourself and save your friends.
And I want to ask what open world means in VR.
Well, for us, it's about giving the player the ability to explore the world freely with a set of android movement abilities that are designed to give
Yeah.
you complete agency.
Yeah, because that's always a huge question I have is how does motion work in any VR title?
Yeah, well, in Stormland, you can do things like fly just above the slipstream with your outstretched android hands.
Yeah.
You can shoot a laser into the cloud surface and then make a ramp, kick off of that. climb up a cliffside, like literally launching yourself with your synthetic android strength, and then like push off and glide back down using your hands to control your descent.
Just massive freedom of movement, yeah.
That's it. It's this set of mechanics that are designed together to work fluidly so that movement feels exhilarating, and you can kind of take the world at your own pace with it.
I'm curious why VR for this type of title?
There are a series of things that we're doing with Stormland that we could only do in VR. It's about the expressiveness of having tracked head and hands and how we use that for combat, how we use it for movement, even things like scavenging technology to attach it to your body. Like you look down, you get a new piece of tech, and you attach it right into your arm, and then suddenly you've got the ability to harness electricity or cloak yourself, or all kinds of different cool Android abilities.
I mean, the art is just beautiful in the footage that we've seen. I wonder if you could talk to me a little bit about the world and what it means for it to be ever-changing.
Yeah, that's a really good question. So that entity called the Tempest rearranges everything every single week so that we present the player with new playgrounds.
Android
of
gardener.
movement and
Could have been an
combat
Android
and
plumber. I don't think it would have mattered.
scavenging.
Yeah, it
You
really
never
doesn't
know
matter.
what you're gonna
Android
discover.
anything.
So every
Android
single
fill in the
island
blank.
you find has the potential to hide an enemy stronghold or a network of underground caverns or brand new tech to scout.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Now, I got to ask, where can we go for more information?
Well, you can
Let's
stay
find out
tuned,
more.
by watching the Facebook and Twitter with at Stormland VR, or you can check us out at insomniac.games.
I'm really looking forward to it. Thanks for joining me, Chad. Once
I'm
again,
so excited.
Oculus.com/Stormland for more information.
Wait,
Frankie's
Shelby,
up in the balcony with our next
are you guys alive?
gorgeous looking
Still?
indie title.
It really is, Sean, because next up we've got a first look at a new game from publisher Raw
Oh, this
Fury.
is PC gaming.
I know, what is this live, man?
Finds himself drawn
Hey,
into
what
the
up, Frosty?
world of France.
I'm the resident
That's
sleeper
very
for real,
brave
though.
look. Yes, I speak French. I can't wait for this one, so let's take a ride with the trailer.
100% resident sleeper. This whole conference has been resident sleeper. No hype at all. Oh, Graves smoking a cigarette. Graves' origin story. What is this life?
What is this music? What are you doing to me?
I don't know what the hell this is. I'm so confused. Sometimes they could try to get too artistic for their own sake. For the sake of being artistic and edgy. Taxi cab driver skin. Taxi cab driver grave skin. I know, right? What the frick? Night call? What is he, like a gigolo or what?
If you like that last game, you'll definitely love our next
gosh,
game.
I love that last game.
Publisher Raw Fury.
I love that last game, man. It's so
can't
awesome.
wait. With an incredible
Woo!
style. Let's take a look.
Woo! Zoe, we're so excited! Yay! We're so excited! We're so excited, Zoe! An interesting art style.
This art style is crazy.
I know. It reminds me of
You guys ever play
Adventure Time.
Cell Damage?
Nah, I never played that.
Yeah, same
That's what it looks like. Cell Damage.
It reminds me of Adventure Time, like graphics or art. Where's Lemon Grab? Oh, Sean knows cell damage. I have no idea what that is. Zoe, what are you doing?
This actually looks really interesting.
What's it called? Sable? China,
Joining me
Illinois.
to talk
Never
about
heard of that
Sable
either.
is pretty much the entire core development team on stage. It's Daniel Feinberg and Greg Kithriotis.
Adult Swim.
Immediately ask, what kind of game is Sable? What can we expect?
Sable is an open world desert exploration game. It's
Desert
not
exploration?
a game about combat or about leveling up. It's a game about solitude and it's a game about exploration.
Solitude, I know that.
Sable, a girl leaving her home to explore this world filled with monumental architecture, fallen spaceships, and you'll travel around on your hover bike learning about the people, the culture, and the history of this world.
And you know, I talked about it before. I think this art style is amazing. Where's the origins of this?
Saw the image.
So we were really heavily inspired by the clear lines style of French and Belgian comics, as well as Japanese animation, particularly Studio Ghibli.
Yeah, it definitely has
really
a
wanna
Studio
feel
Ghibli feel. That's
feel
true.
the same sense of wonder that you get from watching one of their films. And so from the very beginning, we knew that we really needed to nail the visual style. And,
Oh, damn,
yeah, so we
University
put
of
a lot
China,
of
yeah.
time and
That
effort
literally
into
is like the
our
same graphics.
rendering system.
Also a little bit of Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah, we're really pleased to be able to show it to everyone.
Studio Ghibli though, that
I
makes
think
sense. Like Nino
YouTube
Kuni has like a
consists
Nino
of
Kuni
most
feel
of
to
the
it. That
core
is true.
development, The art and the programming. What about the music that was in that trailer?
Yeah, so that was a new track by Japanese Breakfast.
Oh, yeah, the T-shirt. Yes, of course.
Yeah, so she, Michelle, she is doing the soundtrack for the game. Japanese Breakfast is one of my favorite bands right now. It's incredible to have
Well,
her
I mean,
on
it
board.
all just came together so beautifully in the trailer, and I know that you guys are really regular about updating, you know, blogs, sharing what's going on with the development. Where can people go to find more?
So they can go to our Twitter account, ShedWorksReg and ShedWorksDan, or to sablegame.com.
Lovely, gentlemen. Thanks so much for joining me. Once again, the name of the game is Sable. Our next title is one that has been in development, even showing up in our very first PC gaming show. It's
Star
Cloud
Citizen.
Imperium Games still
Oh.
hard at work on their title, Star Citizen.
Hey, I was right. How'd I know? How did I know? It's been in development for like 20 years. Let's freaking go. We become explorers again. We resurrect your mystery, discovery, and adventure. Pay to win, right? Scam citizen. Let's freaking go!
Scam citizen.
Yeah, it looks so good. Like, the game actually looks that good. I've seen this one dude play it a lot, and it really looks that great, but when are they ever gonna release the damn thing? We need like a mega PC to play it. Alpha 3.2. Damn, they're still in alpha, dude.
Coming up on the PC Gaming Show. All new
Alpha for
gameplay
4
footage of
years.
Just Cause 4. A closer look at The Walking Dead. The final season.
Ah,
All new
okay, wait,
gameplay
that's-
footage of Hitman.
Don't
And
care about
now
that
your
either.
host, Sean Plott.
As we do each year at the PC Gaming Show, in addition to talking about games, we're also going to talk about some of the upcoming hardware trends. To join me in talking about it, is the
Still
Senior
freaking
Brand
alpha,
Manager
dude.
from Acer. It's Eric Ackerson. Thanks for joining me up here, Eric.
Sean, really excited to be here.
Now, I just want to straight up ask, what are some of the big trends that consumers can be expecting right now?
Well, right now we're developing some new products, particularly in the display space. We want to take the experience to the next level. To help with that, one of our new products is the Predator X27. It's an incredible gaming display.
Ship sales will stop
4K and
closer to
120
games
hertz refresh,
release.
the users can overclock to 144.
You can buy ships, which is why it's pay to win, but when the game gets released, they're gonna stop sales.
Yeah, but so all the people that buy it in early, they're gonna win. They're gonna have a huge ass advantage.
Well, there's quite a bit that goes into it, but
That's so
for the
dumb.
purpose of this conversation, the fact that there are 384 individual
The final
backlit
season.
zones, so
Did
the
you
backlight
actually
can
like
be
that,
individually
Frosty?
controlled,
I'm not really into it.
bright,
I mean, it's
very
okay,
dark.
but
It makes a better contrast on screen. Each of them are individually controlled. The brightness of the screen is far above a typical display. Typical, you're looking at 300 to 400 nits. We're looking at 600 with the Predator X27 with a max of 1,000 nits.
And you know, some of the titles that were showcased just now, there's a wide variety of some photorealistic, some with a really iconic art style. How does HDR contribute to that big range we see in gaming?
Well, one of the big things that helps is the color gamut that's available with these displays. We're able to do 99% of the Adobe color gamut, so it's better representing the vision of the art director.
Yeah, and some of the games that you see on screen that support HDR, Mass Effect Andromeda, Far Cry 4, Ni no Kuni 2. Again, you won't see them in HDR right now unless you have an HDR monitor. It doesn't work that way. We can't just stream it to you, but you know, it brings me to one of my next questions about PC gamers tend to have a huge range of possible budgets. What are the different sort of products to look for at those price ranges?
We be broke out here.
And we cover the gamut from very simple and to the point to high performance esports products or multi-view surround.
Gotta keep my girl colors
display
safe.
products. But we also go really crazy sometimes. We decide, we put our engineers to the test. What can you do if you have no limit? So one of the projects we've worked on is something called the Predator 21X. This is a 21-inch curved screen laptop with a mechanical keyboard
How do you
and
close
two
it if it's
graphics
curved?
cards. Science, materials. We did a really good thing. But you know what? To be serious, not just to joke, we actually have to ship this with a Pelican case to protect the laptop, and it sells for $9,000. And we sold every single unit we could make. So
Damn.
we cover every spectrum.
He said $900.
You know, you brought up this Predator laptop,
said
you
9,000.
brought up the Predator monitor.
9,000?
This segment. Where can people
Yeah.
go to hear more about or even pick one up once they stop being sold out?
So that's the good news is
She's
that
been
we're
sitting in my
shipping
lap
now.
this whole
Our
time because
customers,
she
partners
needs
are
constant
selling them.
attention.
The bad news is a few have already sold out of this new Predator X27 monitor. I believe Micro Center is still in stock. Amazon will be in stock again soon.
Well, thank you so much for joining me on stage, Eric. Frankie is awaiting in the balcony with our very next title.
The PC has always been the platform for crazy ideas. In our next game, Genesis Alpha 1, you build and manage a space vessel,
That's crazy,
farm
dude.
resources, deal with
That's overkill.
terrifying alien infestations, and explore a vast, randomly generated universe. Oh, and you can take DNA from the aliens you encounter across the galaxy, splice them with members of your crew to create new life forms. Just a typical day at the office. Let's take a look.
Greetings, Commander. You have been sent to Quadrant Alpha 1. The mission is to find a new home for the crew on board of this ship. Expand your ship
Ooh, I like
and
building.
explore the galaxy for resources and interesting new life forms.
The world's
free
almost
to
that cool, though.
experiment with DNA and alien abilities to maximize crew efficiency. Ready your weapons.
Yeah, the creatures look generic. They're looking like some straight up Zerg from freaking StarCraft. Straight up
It's
Zerg,
okay.
like little Zerglings from StarCraft.
I definitely fall asleep playing this, but I mean, it has a lot of content.
Oh, you played it already?
No, I can just tell though.
Oh,
if
yeah.
It's like generated planets and
The planets did not look that exciting.
capture aliens and like splice their DNA to get the good stuff out of them and then make new species or whatever.
Is Webster from Drake's Cakes, one of the
It's a lot of
PC gaming
content.
show's sponsors this year. And he's got a cool competition for you, the Drake's Cakes PAX giveaway. Oh yes. PAX is a gathering of PC and tabletop games, concerts, panels, exhibits, and tournaments. It's like a 4-day LAN party, festival, workshop, and concert rolled into one. The very lucky winner will
Whoa.
enjoy a trip to PAX West, including 2 tickets
Whoa.
and a free trip to Seattle.
It's like the duck
So
from
if that's
Aflac.
you, hit me up on those dates because I am free. Webster, my man duck, this is very generous of you indeed. And by entering, guys, you will get a discount code to get your hands on some delicious Drake's Cakes available on Amazon.
Drake's
and
Cakes.
if you're at E3 itself, don't forget you can meet Webster in person at the E3 Concourse Walkway, where he'll be giving away Drake's swag and tasty treats all week. So if you see him, give him a fist bump on my behalf. I'll take one now. Thank you very much, Webster. So if you have ever dreamt of spending a weekend knee-deep in one of Earth's best gaming festivals, visit pcgamer.com/Drake's Cakes and enter now for a chance
What a
to win
commercial.
and hang out with Webster.
Hey,
All right,
no
Webster,
bugger.
all
Relax,
the coasting has
relax.
got me a bit peckish. How about we look at the
Hold on,
trailer
hold on.
for the next edition of
So, wait.
Red Entertainment's beloved survival series?
Hold on, guys. I'm fucking on mute. Hey,
Star
Zach, shh.
Hamlet.
Wait.
Our next title is the next installment in a series that never fails to make me laugh. It's Just Cause 4, and they have a brand new engine to bring the level of delicious insanity one notch up. Let's take a look at what the Apex engine in Just Cause 4 can really do. Joining me to talk about it on stage now from Avalanche Studios, it's Francesco Antolini and Adam Davidson. Gentlemen, welcome. Talk to me about the
All right, sorry about that, guys.
It's fantastic.
So good.
isn't it?
The family just got home.
So
Dude,
it's,
that Don't Starve handler
a
looks
really
sick as hell,
nice,
though.
Piece of tech. It's not just beautiful, but thanks to Apex, it's also a bad boy that actually works. It's fully physicalized.
Yeah.
This means that it's roaming the world, wreaking havoc, and
It's not just like a background piece, it's actually impacting the world
This
before
is
you.
Just Cause, man. You go there and you play with it. Yeah.
What?
You know, throughout the trailers that I've seen, it seems to be a lot of different environments that are available throughout. Can you talk to me about those?
Yeah, I mean, one of the most important things to us with this installment of Just Cause was bringing a lot more variety into the game, and that extends to a lot of things, but certainly the biomes of the game. So instead of one kind of region of, like, say, southern Italy, like we had last time, now you have lush rainforests, deserts, grassland, and even alpine biomes, all of which, you know, are rendered beautifully with the new Apex engine.
Now, something that's very important to me is some of my favorite features from Just Cause 3. Can you talk to me about, like, the wingsuit and the grappling hooks? Like, are those coming back in Just Cause 4?
Everything you love from Just Cause 3 is back.
Good.
But
Good.
everything is also just better. There's more to do, more to discover.
I'm not
For
really into
example,
Just
the
Cause. Why
weapon
is it so
completely
popular?
Customizable.
No, no.
combat
Just
mode
because of all the
just
crazy
to
shit you can do, or
really
what?
really
'Cause,
work
I mean, it's
with
like
examples.
super popular.
So new weapon, new enemies, new AI. We've got extreme weather. That
It's always on sale on Steam.
Just Cause?
The wind
Yeah.
that we saw from the tornado
Like
is
all
just
of them.
basic
And there's
wind
like
effects also
multiplayer
Yeah,
mods.
Just Cause, so nothing, just an effect. So
That
there's
Don't
wind,
Starve
there's
Hamlet
physics,
looked really
and
good though.
that's what
I was
you
like,
try
oh
to,
my god.
So
and the
great.
rest, yeah.
Well, where can people go to get some, we'll call it firsthand footage of what Just Cause 4 can deliver?
They can check it out at justcause.com/E3 and for 3 days.
That's right. Believe it or not, E3 hasn't started yet. Starts tomorrow. So June 12th through 14th, you can check it out. Thanks so
That
much
is true.
for joining
Thanks
us
to
on
you.
stage.
Thanks for
I
having
look
us.
forward to the hilarity of Just Cause 4. Now, our next title is one of my all-time favorite IPs. I can't wait for Frankie to talk to you about
what is it? What
The
is it?
Walking Dead.
Overkill Software and Starbreeze are the creators of Payday and Payday 2. Therefore, it goes without saying that these studios are some of the most talented makers of cooperative shooters, and their next one is set in a familiar but new apocalyptic Washington, D.C. Here's the first gameplay footage for Overkill's The Walking Dead, and keep your eyes peeled for the release date at the end.
Let's see what they got. What is this? Oh, this is the Walking Dead one, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We were so many things. Husbands and wives, doctors and teachers, writers and architects. But when the world ended, all that ended too.
This looks like The Last of Us.
Every day we fight for more than survival. We fight to build.
Is this
a
The
new
Walking
life.
Dead?
Yeah, I
It
believe
is.
so.
This is not the Telltale series though. This is totally different. Damn, that shit looks tight.
Alone, we're weak.
Give me some online multiplayer.
Together,
Fight other players.
It
come
kind of
on.
reminds me of State of Decay, but better.
Yeah, or it's
You base build and stuff, and you're fighting zombies.
a zombie game.
Left 4 Dead?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Left 4 Dead. You're right.
It just
Yeah.
reminded me of that too.
With the old man with the rifle too. Remember? That looks pretty cool.
And I have more good news for fans of The Walking Dead. Overkill's game for The Walking Dead, of course, coming soon, but we have a second completely different Walking Dead game that we're getting the chance to talk about right now. This is Telltale's The Walking Dead, the final season. Joining me on stage to talk about it is
See,
the
that
lead
was the one I thought
writer,
that game was.
James
I'm like, wait, this is
Windler,
not the Telltale
and
game.
the voice of
I'm really into
Clementine
the Telltale. It's
herself,
like whatever.
Melissa
It's
Hutchison.
like a visual
Co-op.
novel. It's like a visual novel.
The the Overkill one is co-op. No PvP.
That's sick.
Thanks for joining me on the stage.
Our pleasure.
Thank you. Now, I want to ask right away for, people who've played through the first 3 seasons of The Walking Dead, in terms of the gameplay, what's some of the familiar and what's some of the new?
Okay, so for people who don't know Telltale, we are a story-based company. We focus on narrative. We've had our roots in the old school point-and-click adventure games, but we've developed our own cinematic style and almost a signature mechanic, like our choice wheel.
It's
And
basically
that's all
a
familiar.
point-and-click with
That shows that, the
QTEs,
choices branch the
quick-time
narrative.
events.
What's new this year? We have traditionally combat and action. We've done with QTEs and
See?
like swipes and button mashes and all of that. This year, with the final
wow.
season, we're introducing segments of unscripted combat.
Yeah, we see some of this right here.
Yeah, so Clem probably just brutalized a zombie there.
Of course she is.
And
Oh yeah, so we also have the orbital cam, like the over-the-shoulder camera. So that's offering our players opportunities to explore our environments, which you can also see from the B-roll. Is they're looking really, really good with this graphic black art style that we're employing.
Yeah, because in the previous games it was much more of a directed camera from scene
Oh,
to
he got
scene,
the
but now
mullet
you can
going
sort of
on. You see that
explore
lovely
environments
mullet?
on your own.
Absolutely, and yeah.
Now, I want to ask
Cut the mullet.
about the story. I mean, Telltale games always have that as the central feature. Where does The Walking Dead, the final season, start off?
Okay, so it starts, Clementine has been on the road for a long time. We are post-time jump in the comics. She's been on the road. She's traveling with AJ, who is an orphaned boy, who is the closest thing that she has
Is
to
AJ the
family.
mullet guy?
But they're reaching the end of it. They are like running out of steam on the road. It's like proving to be untenable.
I think the first chapter in this game's free.
The final season, Clementine discovers a school, a secluded school, where there are no adults, and essentially sees that this might be a place that they could call home.
Yeah, and what are the sort of challenges that she's going to face throughout the season?
Oh, all kinds of challenges, yeah. Like
This is
zombie
interesting.
threat all the time. Yeah, of course. And then there's always the external threat. Like at some point, there are going to be adults coming in representing external threats that she's going to have to deal with.
Now, Melissa, I want to ask what your experience has been like, because
I mean,
it's rare to
I like it,
have,
but it's just like a visual story.
a voice actress
Not
journey
really a game.
along with the character in a multi-year journey. I mean, how long ago was the first recording that you did?
Well, it was 2012, but we might have even started in 2011. I don't know.
We're not going to do math on air.
Yeah,
That's
we're not
always
doing
a
math.
bad idea.
That's not happening right now. It's been a long time, and it's not only just playing one character. It's actually been aging with her, growing with her, and falling deeper and deeper in love with her. And
But she's Clementine?
starting as this young child who's
Interesting.
playing as Lee. It's your job to protect her, and then organically moving through all these seasons, and now you're playing as Clementine. I mean, really, this is a fan-driven game, so this final season is for the fans, and you're going to be playing as Clementine and protecting AJ, and this is just near and dear to my heart. And
yeah, I mean, how do you feel about the fact that this is the end?
Well,
That's crazy.
I mean, it's bittersweet. I'm super sad. I'm super psyched. Of course, it'll be sad to end her journey, but I'm really looking forward. Obviously, I'm surrounded by talent with Telltale Games, and I have no doubt that the writers and the creatives are going to crush it. So, sad but happy? It's all very confusing. I'm a very confused human right now. Let's just put it that way.
Well, I'm someone who's played through all of the Telltale Walking Dead games. I'd love to know when the final season is coming out.
August 14th.
Dang, that's
we
really
ship
close.
August 14th, and it's available for pre-order right now.
Be sure to check it out. Thank you so much for joining me on stage
Thank
today.
you.
Once again, that's thewalkingdeadgame.com, or you can find it on Steam as well.
What up, Butterme?
And for our next title, Frankie, we're going to head back to you on the balcony.
Next up, have I got a treat for you. Coming straight out of Finland from Nolla Games, it's a magical action roguelike that asks, is that a wand in your pocket? Or are you just trying to kill me? Don't let the retro art style fool you. Noita is set in a procedurally generated world where every pixel is
What?
manipulated. Let's take a look.
Her hair. You like the hair color? I'm not a fan of it. Oh,
This is
the Corey
definitely-
game. Corey game.
Definitely Corey.
Yeah, another Corey game. It was just like Terraria, but like roguelike-esque. Oh my god, this is totally your game, Corey. Ooh, like Worms Armageddon too.
Yeah, that's what I got from it.
That's tight. Whoa, that's kind of cool though. The environmental stuff is pretty dope.
Can't tell what I think about it. It looks a bit slower than the roguelikes I like.
You like the fast-paced ones?
Yeah.
Near and dear to my
It's like
heart.
decaying sand.
The game is getting
sued.
sued. Why?
Games Theme Hospital.
Theme. Oh, this game right here. This 2 Point Hospital is sick.
Studios to talk
2
about
Point
2
Hospital.
Point Hospital.
So good. I can't wait for this
Join me
game. I'm hyped for
welcoming
this game.
Dr. Webley and Dr. Carr.
Hell, oh, they come out Doctor. That's dope.
They got doctors?
Nah, they're not related to doctors.
No, I don't.
I'm like, wait, what? No, you told me. I believed that you believed it. I got debated.
Professionals. How does one run a hospital in 2 Point Hospital?
What's going on with the mic? What's going on with the mic?
Wait, oh my gosh, is the stethoscope eliminating your microphone? Oh, you know what?
Wait.
Do this every year. Come here, talk to me.
Okay.
How do we run a hospital?
So 2 Point Hospital is a game about designing and building your own hospital. It's
Talk directly at my tie.
This is, you said don't
Well
talk
done.
there.
Yeah.
I got to look out here, you said.
Yeah, no, just look straight at the ground.
There's a lot of customization.
This game is tight.
Is this not working at all?
Yeah, it's great.
Doing great. Carry on.
I'll carry on then. Yeah, a lot of customization, a lot of interesting characters in our world, which with all these different characters, we had to come up with some really interesting illnesses and cures for them. And you have fun in 2 Point County exploring different regions and curing people with different ailments.
Did you guys ever play the original Theme Hospital?
What
the hell?
This is real.
The original Theme Hospital was dope. They had like all these fake like diseases that you had to cure. It's pretty cool.
Train your doctors to be better, your nurses to be better. Do research so you can unlock new wonderful cures.
Yeah. You know,
He's saying everything, isn't he?
Sorry, I didn't know if your
no,
mic was
great.
working. I was a bit backfilling. Carry on.
So I mean, tell me about it. Like, what is the sort of late game sort of experience that you'll be playing through? Because this looks like it's quite deep into running
was
of a
Terraria
hospital.
though. You're right,
This is
Buttermeat.
later on. So you start off and you're researching and you're training up staff, you're diagnosing illnesses, and you're hopefully curing them and making money, and then heading off.
I see this
to 2 Point
malady.
County.
Yeah, I see this malady called turtle head. Can you explain a little bit about what that is?
Turtle head.
Yes. It's when the head becomes so shrunken, it gets stuck in the neck orifice, just pops out slightly, and it has to be extracted. And Mark, how's it get extracted?
This is
What the hell?
That's pretty cool.
maybe,
Yeah.
we've all been there. I know.
Yeah.
This is one where a little bit of suction always helps, and
And
it's gone.
And out it comes. Yeah.
Making
Now,
money.
we have to research how to do that.
That's actually a real illness. From
Yeah, it is. It's
northern
real.
England.
Now, I had to ask about something that I think every young man has to deal with at some point. What is a monobrow infestation?
Monobrow.
Monobrow is,
follically enhanced.
Yes.
Problem. We've all been there.
Yeah.
Their design team just gets to sit there and
Hey,
develop this.
chat is actually liking this. The Twitch chat isn't really hating.
And you might shed a bit of hair, and in fact,
it will actually leave the body, and it needs to be got rid of before the health inspectors arrive.
It looks like the monobrows are
Monobeasts.
multiplying in the hospital.
They breed they're big breeders. The monobrows.
they like
monobeasts.
They like
What are
dirty
you-
places.
Oh my god.
So you
That's
keep your
tight.
hospital clean and well maintained.
This game is such a meme. What the hell?
That's tight.
I want to ask about sort of how the game evolved.
This game is tight.
over
I was
time.
watching. I've been
Theme
following it for a
Hospital
while.
is very
It's pretty cool.
Mission-based. How does the experience of running a hospital change as the game goes on?
Yeah, so once you've started your first hospital, it's a pretty simple affair, and then you move on through 2 Point County. There's different regions. There's a cold region. There's warm regions with contagious diseases, and there's
poor regions, there's rich
disasters as well,
regions.
Yeah. So we've got volcanoes.
Yeah.
In fact,
We've got all sorts of wonderful weird effects can happen in different parts of the
So
world.
you might struggle to manage your hospital empire because a volcano went off nearby.
Yeah, it's about spinning plates, isn't it? You've got everything set up nicely, and then
Something
a curveball's
happens.
thrown at you. So.
Well, I'd love to know more information about when 2 Point Hospital is coming out.
Well, we're coming out to fall, and you can check us out by going onto our Steam page and hopefully wish listing. And
Hell yeah.
we're coming later.
I definitely want this game. That game is awesome. I'm just eating French fries and some
Well, I'm
popcorn
personally,
chicken.
again, really looking forward to it coming out. Thanks so much for joining me, Doctor and Doctor.
Thank you.
Talk about 2 Point.
It looks funny.
It's a really cool game. The original Theme Hospital was dope. Like this one's gonna be dope too.
Now,
It's
our
the
second
spiritual
Battle
successor
Royale
to it.
game of the afternoon takes a fantasy RPG-esque bent, and you may have even seen it getting streamed on Twitch in the previous week. Let's take a look at Hi-Rez's Realm Royale.
Ooh.
I agree with Diabrona. PC show has not been good.
No.
Oh, Realm Royale. Realm
It's actually kind
Royale.
of fun.
Realm Royale is.
Yeah, people keep inviting me to play it, and like, it's actually cool.
I'll watch someone play, but the VRs are not my thing. Here you go, Buttermeat. I got you, man.
They have classes, and like you can like craft stuff in it.
Joining me to talk about Realm Royale is the executive
Actually
producer
really
at
simple,
Hi-Rez
but
Studios.
it's
It's Rory
fun.
Newbro, aka Dry Bear.
I like it that
Mr.
there's no
Dry
building
Bear,
in it,
what
at least.
separates Realm
Yeah, I
Royale
don't like Fortnite.
from other types of battle royale games in the genre?
It's a good question. So before you go up into the air to determine where you land on the map, you'll actually choose from a list of fantasy classes like mage or hunter or assassin and specify a unique play style before you land.
How do these different classes work?
So the engineer will be more about bunkering down, putting up shields, putting down turrets. The assassin will get behind the lines using stealth, use a sniper rifle to take out targets. And the warrior will just jump in there throwing action.
Yeah, mages can like fly.
Some of the streams that I've watched.
I heard
also
the
seemed
engineer
like
was
there were
busted
abilities,
because
not
of the healing.
just the loot and
A
fight
lot of
stuff.
them are
Can you talk to me about
busted.
how the ability mechanics work?
Once you choose a class, it'll come with a set of abilities.
Like, you don't have to worry about ammo in this
during the
game.
match, but it specifies
But you still have to
certain
have a
play
clip
styles. So
size,
as you're looting
and
abilities
like
as well as
warriors
armor
can
and
throw
weapons
axes
will
as
come out of
their
the chest.
legendary
You'll
weapon.
start equipping
They don't
that
have to
and
reload
determine
at
the play
all.
style you want, and so you can just really specify.
And you know,
What the hell? That's cool.
I like how he turns into a chicken too. You get like a second
Yeah,
chance.
chicken is basically down,
Yeah.
and you get 3 lives unless they finish you off.
Constantly
Yeah.
shrinking play circle.
We're really excited
That's the
about this.
engineer
So strewn
class
across
right
the
there.
map, there are places called
Yeah, I heard that one's
forges.
OP because you just
And
throw
so
down
once
the
you're at
healing
forge,
thing.
You'll collect shards from disenchanting loot you find as you're going about. And you'll use these shards to start
Well,
crafting
like the
legendary
assassin,
gear,
for
very
example,
powerful
if you
pieces
get
that
the
everyone will want. Once you start the
legendary
forge,
weapon,
the
it does
smokestack
like
will appear
you
above
can
the
basically
forge
like
and
2-shot
everyone comes over
people
to fight.
with
Mini
it.
objective even.
Big team fight.
So I know that Realm Royale is currently available for free on Steam.
Like the engineer's
but I
legendary
hear that you
weapon
have
does
some
like
goodies
splash damage.
check
You can
out
hit
that
multiple
are
people.
E3
Or...
exclusive.
I've only
That's
played
right, so
2
free
BRs,
on
but I'm already
Steam, we're
burnt
actually
out
out
on
for
this
less
genre.
than a week now, and we
Same.
already number
I'm
4
so
on
burnt
Steam
out on it,
charts.
dude.
And this week at E3, through Mixer, if you stream on Mixer and you're playing, the streamer that gets closest to the Crown Royale will enter into the hype zone, and so everyone will see you on. You'll be featured on the main page of Mixer. And you'll have a chance to win the Jailbird chicken skin, which is our first piece of
Oh,
cosmetic.
that's cool.
It's a little chicken with like a little.
I love the chicken,
jailbird,
though.
like,
I ain't gonna lie, the
prisoner
chicken was
outfit
cool.
And just box around. It's hilarious.
Yeah, and if you don't know the chicken,
Yeah, they're making a
mechanic,
bunch of
seriously,
skins
please
too.
look it up
There's like a
right now.
Togepi skin.
Rory, thanks so much for joining me
Oh,
on
a
stage to talk
Togepi
about
one? Damn,
Realm
that's tight.
Royale once
It's
again.
like a dinosaur
Free on Steam
one.
right now. Our next game is one.
It's
that was
popular,
shown
though.
at
A lot of people
last
love it.
year's PC gaming show, and Frankie has some updates of what they've been up to.
Yes, John, as you may remember, our next game is made by a core team of just 2 people. It's called Ooblets, and it's a
No.
farming
Ooblet?
and creature
What is
collecting
this?
indie inspired
Not
by
again.
Pokemon, Harvest
What?
Moon, and Animal Crossing. This
I
fresh
think they already
trailer features
showed
a
this.
first look at
They
their
did?
unique combat
I
system,
think.
along with plenty of cute Ooblets and environments. Let's take a gander.
Let's take a gander.
Yeah, this is that one game.
No, I'm okay.
Yeah, I'm good. Pass.
Go back to sleep.
Close my eyes for a bit more.
It's Pikmin! I think my daughters might like this game. No, actually, they probably would get bored of it too. This looks like a mobile game. Looks like a straight up mobile game. How is this even a PC game? It looks like a Facebook game like Farmville.
Please just be a video. Don't send somebody to talk about it.
I know, right? We don't want to hear about this.
I don't want to hear about this.
We don't want to hear any more about this. This is literally just a freaking cinematic video. You're dancing with your Ooblets, dude.
Don't. Just don't do it.
Oh, they're hyped. Woo!
Now,
This is why I'm
it
stuck
would
playing
be
League.
a
Me
PC
too, buddy.
gaming
Me
show
too,
without
buddy.
a dash of strategy, which is why I'm delighted that we get the chance to share with you the next in the Anno games. Let's take a look at Anno 1880.
Wait,
What the hell's an Anno game?
that sounds familiar. That's the ship one. Yeah, that's right. Not my type of game, but it's really popular too. Butterme, Fallout 76, man. Get on the hype train. We're going to Fallout 76 forever. This is like a management type game, I think, if I remember correctly. Maybe I'm wrong.
Joining me on the stage
No.
to talk about it is the executive producer, Burkhard Ratpfizer, and
Please.
community developer of Basketball
Please stop. We can't fast forward, unfortunately. This is live.
Gentlemen, welcome to the stage. I want to begin right away by asking, for people who haven't seen or experienced the Anno series, what are these types of games like?
Yeah, well, Anno 1800 is a PC only real-time strategy game.
Yeah, it's like
And,
RTS.
it's kind of mixing.
It's a management game.
City
Resource
building
management.
together with economic simulation and naval warfare. And at its core, it's a sandbox game. So you have a vast amount of freedom to explore, explore the world and build huge cities.
And I wonder if you could talk to me a little bit about why the choice of the 19th century for this game.
Well, the 19th century, it's such an interesting and rich era. There was so much happening in this era. So we had two industrial revolutions. We had major scientific inventions. And also big social
For all the
changes,
Civ people out there, this
also
is
the
the perfect game for you.
creation of
This is like the more
Euro
hardcore version
Empire.
of Civ.
So it's a really rich era.
And what are some of the elements that we'll get to see from the 19th century in Anno 1800?
So it's kind of for the player. It's well, basically.
I'm going
you
to sleep till this
start
guy's
with
done.
the first,
Hey, what up, Ducky?
Kind of medieval settlements,
Yeah.
and then it's kind of a journey through the 19th century. So
I'm
it's
dying,
kind of
dude.
explore
I'm
everything
so
that
tired
kind
of
happened
resource
in
management
this
games.
rich era.
God, I know. It's like,
understand that
yeah, the resident sleeper with
you
a
have a
bunch of
very
people here.
unique take on how
I
to
hear about
work
another
with the
resource
community,
management
gather feedback. I was wondering if you could talk to me
slash
about
VR game. Go fucking crazy.
So last year at Gamescom, we actually reviewed the game.
Well, you're
We
fucking
decided,
killer right
you
now,
know
Corey.
what, it's about our review of the game. We invite the community
God
to
dang,
basically
dude.
support member of our development
God.
team. So we launched the Anno Union platform. It's a place where we give constant weekly updates on the current development and invite players to give feedback and basically help us developing the game.
Can you give me like an example of exactly how some choices have been steered by the community?
So there's a lot of different stuff we did. So like from the feedback we got on our blogs and focus playtests where invited players, we got so much great feedback, which had to completely rebalance the mid and late game of the game. Also, we heavily expanded on core features of the game based on feedback. We said like, okay, that really seems to work. Players like that, so okay. Let's do it like improve the quality a little bit even more.
Yeah.
But they can also vote on actual game content. So we had a big vote for an AI opponent in the game, for community creation.
Oh my
contest
God,
where
they're
they
still
could create their
talking.
own island and stuff like that.
And I understand that
Please.
some of this footage that you're sharing right now is pieces that people can go to anno-union.com and vote on
Let me
right
look at
now.
Anno.
Exactly. So right just in time for E3, you can go to announion.com, check out, we have a vote up where you can vote on one
Oh,
of 5
Ubisoft made
ships
this
in the
game? How come they
And
didn't?
that's
Oh, they
only the
published
first
it,
stage,
but they
because in
didn't
the second
announce it.
stage, we will allow
Surprise,
you
surprise.
to design your own ship variant. So the winner of that first vote, then you can design, hand in your own design nodes, drawings, 3D models, whatever you like, and the winner of that contest will actually make it into the game.
Now, where is the website that people can go to again to get the most information right now?
Yeah, just check out anno-union.com. That's basically our big community platform, and we want to invite especially strategy gamers, PC players out there to come help us developing the game, sharing feedback. Just check it out.
Well, gentlemen, thank you for joining me on stage to talk about Anno 1800. Our next title is the final
Oh my
battle
God,
royale of the
please.
night.
No.
It's going to be talking
Kill
about it. It's
me.
a little bit not what you'd expect.
Publisher Tiny Build is known for discovering distinctive indie developers.
Oh,
and
they already
bringing their
announced this one
thoughts and
earlier,
ideas
Tiny
to the
Build.
fore. With Cluster Truck Speedrunner
This is an
and
interesting
Hello
spin on
Neighbor
it.
their catalogue of hits. And now I'm delighted to be able to bring you the world exclusive reveal of a game developed by Galvanic Games in cooperation with Explosion.
Okay, never mind.
Inspired by the
It's different.
Cyanide and Happiness webcomic, Rapture Rejects is Battle Royale as you've never seen
Shauna
one
needs to
before,
die.
ladies and gentlemen, believe it or not. Top down, isometric, cartoony, and basically bonkers. Let's
Don't
take a
even
look at what
use the
happens when a
word
man
battle
upstairs
royale.
makes an epic feel, and
I
only
know,
beams
it
up the
started to
bad
become a
people.
negative term. Jeez.
Introducing Rapture Rejects.
It's starting to become a negative term.
Dear God, every day I strive to be closer to your light. I pray that when Judgment Day, that most holiest of days, comes upon us, when you bring all the good people to heaven, that I may live in
The
eternal
hell
glory
is
by your
this?
side. Amen.
Is it 3D? Is it gonna be like a side scroller VR?
Question. Is it like the BR one that you played?
Survival?
Yeah. It looks like it's gonna go along that art style.
The last good BR.
The last good.
Little help. Thanks, brah.
Okay.
Rapture rejects.
Oh.
Wait. This actually looks super good.
Yeah, I was about to say this is way better than what I was expecting.
Smell you later, you
Wow.
I'm down.
Rapture rejects. I'm down with that too, actually.
I can't believe we got to show that trailer. That's so great. Our final game that we will be showcasing this evening is from perhaps the most famous stealth action franchise in gaming, the Hitman series. Let's take a look at a brand new trailer from Hitman 2.
No, Hitman 2, Resident Sleeper.
I've never been a fan of the series.
Me either.
Welcome to Miami, 47. The innovation race is on its last day, and it is down to the wire. The Providence defectors are Robert and Sierra Knox. A day of high-octane thrills and two very public targets.
Oh, slapping him with a fish. Basically, you can throw everything. Oh, damn. That actually looks pretty cool, though.
Joining me to talk about Hitman 2 is game director from IO
As
Interactive,
Knuckles.
Jacob Mickelson. Join me up here, Jacob. Come on out, we gotta talk. Assassination.
Hey, Sean.
Welcome, Jacob. Thanks for joining me. I mean, right away, tell me, what is Agent 47 doing in Miami?
Well, he's there to pay a visit to Sharon Robert Knox, who are part of the Kronstadt Empire. And yeah, we all know how that ends, right?
Well, given that it's a Hitman game, I have some hints. And, you know, I always felt like
He looks
in
nervous
the
as
Hitman
hell.
games, the environment was
He really does.
so critical, trying to study and trying to understand it. What are some of the elements in Miami that will show up in Hitman 2?
Yeah, well, absolutely. Miami is, I think it's one of the biggest events we've ever created in the game. And in Miami, we have, of course, the race as the centerpiece.
Yeah.
But being this super high detailed sandbox, we also go to great lengths to actually create all the surrounding bits and pieces, like you have here, backstage area. Of course, we also have that in Miami. So pits and paddocks, there's an emergency room, and so on. So all the facilities needed in order for you to kind of make your own way through the mission and take advantage of the locations and all the different disguises and items you stumble upon as you move in closer to your targets.
And in terms of mechanics, I know that there's going to be a lot of the familiar feels, but what are some of the brand new mechanics that are in Hitman?
Yeah, some of the new stuff is, for instance, the crowds we saw here in Miami. First of all, there's more than ever.
Yeah,
we're close to 2,000 people now in the scenes. And on top of that, we also introduced a new crowd mechanic where you can dip into the crowd if you get in trouble. So as long as they are not fleeing or running away, then they're there for you to hide in, so in case you get chased by guards. Another new thing is the picture-in-picture mechanic where you get information about what's going on other places in the level. So if you're setting up traps and stuff like that, you can kind of keep track of where the important characters are. And last but not least, we have the fan favorite, which is the sniper briefcase is back. But this time it's not only for sniper rifles, it's also for all the other things you want to carry around kind of without causing too much attention to yourself.
And I want to ask about some of the weapons and the disguises that have been showing up throughout these trailers.
Yeah, we go to great lengths. I think the theme of this showing is going to be the fish. It's
really not that big into
favorite. We're having a lot of laughs at that, right? And then, of course, you just saw it in the kitchen as a frying pan. So we all know the kitchen is the most dangerous room in your house, right?
Yeah, of course.
Also counts in Hitman.
And I want to ask about some of my favorite content from Hitman, things like elusive targets, limited time events. Will those be making a comeback?
Absolutely. So there's still going to be escalations for you to kind of challenge the game in many different ways.
This conference has been pretty boring. Ubisoft's conference was really good.
New challenge for you, and then of course the elusive targets that pop up for a short period of time only, and you have one shot at this, or go bust.
As my final question, the expected question, when does Hitman 2 come out?
Hitman 2 comes out November 13, and if you pre-order right now, you also get access to a new game mode called Sniper Assassin, where you get to play as Agent 47, and also, for the first time in the franchise, you can play along with a friend in the co-op mode.
Well, Jacob, thank you so much for coming out. I'm super looking forward to Hitman 2.
Thank you.
I might be the worst Hitman ever, but I try hard. Now, Jacob, I'm going to thank you.
Thank you.
And I'm going to escort you off to the right. So you're going to rush off this way, because coming in from the left, for the first time ever, vaguely nearby me, it's the co-host, Frankie. Come here, Frankie.
They let me come down from the balcony for good behavior.
Excellent. Well, Frankie, we did it. The PC Gaming Show is done. Thank you so much for joining us to host this year.
Thank you. Thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah, 76 is definitely game of the show so far.
It was a blast.
Game of the conference.
Thanks to Twitch chat. I know that everything you said was appropriate and intelligently thought out. And of course, this year we're curating even more great PC games from the Facebook booth in E3 South Hall. Last, and of course not least, a huge thank you to all our wonderful sponsors who let the PC Gaming Show come back for a fourth straight year. They are Hi-Res Studios, Digital Extremes, Archangel Hellfire, Team 17, Stardock Entertainment, Acer, Predator, Improbable, Oculus Rift, Drake's Cakes, Tripwire, Frontier Developments, and Square Enix. We hope you have a wonderful E3 and go play some damn video games.
That's
Cheers.
it.
Thank you.
Resident Sleeper, bro. My lord.
Welcome back to E3 on.
There were a few good games announced, but not enough to keep that show entertaining. That conference overall was a sleeper.
Yeah.
I don't know if you got a chance to see Ubisoft, Corey, but that Ubisoft kept you awake at least throughout the whole conference, even if you didn't like their games. They was very entertaining. That shit was boring.
Was good. This one was like I was falling asleep. I was like, oh, here's another game. Maybe this one will be good. No.
All right, go back to sleep.
There's another one. No.
Dude, my score for this one's like a 6 out of 10. It had its decent moments, but
you get a 2 or something. You're like a
damn.
You gave it a 2?
Oh,
brutal.
A 2.
It was terrible.
I'll give it a 4.
Yeah, you're right. I want to downgrade to a 5, please, because it wasn't that good. All right. Yeah, it was just bad. What about you guys, Ducky, Butter, Sean? What do you guys think? What would you rate the conference out of 10? We've been doing it this whole time, rating it, but it was just Resident Sleeper across the board, completely average. The host wasn't really personable. He seemed like he was nervous too. I mean, everybody just seemed like it was their first time.
Yeah, I definitely didn't like that host either.
A 2.5. Dang, he's like you, Shelby. He's super hardcore. A 2.5. No, it couldn't have been any worse than the Square Enix one, dude. Square Enix was fucking trash. Well, you gave that a 1, didn't you, Shelby?
This one?
No, the Square Enix one.
Oh yeah, dude, that was 1. They didn't put no effort into
One.
They just sent the fucking clip over. They're like, alright, good.
That was like 30 minutes long. It was a terrible one. Yeah, this one I give it a 5 out of 10. There were some games in there that saved it. There are some, I guess, decent moments with the games, but yeah, it was not good. Third worst. First is Square Enix. EA's second worst, and I think this would be the third worst. I think Microsoft and Ubisoft were tied for the best press conference so far, with Bethesda third place.
They're basically like, it's kind of feeling like it's set up for Sony and Nintendo just completely like
to destroy it. Yeah, to destroy the game. Like Sony's got to come hard because Microsoft's in the lead right now, dude. I still think Microsoft's
they're the last hope.
Yeah, this conference.
I think Microsoft has it for sure still right now.
Yeah, they just had so many announcements yesterday. It was ridiculous. And that was very underwhelming, dude. Very, very underwhelming.
Very.
Wow. All right. Well, we'll be back in about an hour. The Sony conference starts up at 6 p.m. We're gonna start probably like 15 minutes before, like we have been. We're gonna be over on Shelby's channel for that one. So if you guys want to come back and hang out with us, we'll be on Shelby's stream here. Let me post this in chat real quick. And tomorrow morning is the Nintendo conference. Shelby and Vari are gonna be doing that one. They're gonna do it on your channel, right, Corey?
I think probably Shelby's.
Okay, probably Shelby's. So we're gonna do both of those on Shelby's. So Sony and Nintendo on Shelby's channel. Corey will be a co-host with us, and I will not be available for the Nintendo conference tomorrow. But you'll be in good hands with Shelby and Corey. Yeah. With that being said, I'll see you guys soon. Thanks for hanging out. What a resident sleeper. I need to go wake up now.
Feels bad.
I know, it feels bad. All right, see you guys in a little bit.
All right, later,
Peace out, guys.